All right, boys and girls and gays and theys. Today, you're in for a real hoot and maybe a devastating conclusion.
Maybe.
Or maybe we'll end it with a little bit of hope like the 2020 Ryan Murphy version. Today, it's Boys in the Band with our dear friend Cameron. Cameron Tyler, welcome to the pod.
I'm back.
He's back. You couldn't stay away.
I clicked my heels 3 times, and now look what happened.
And look what happened. Cameron is here at Dude IDK Studios, sponsored by Spider Moving and Storage, because you know that you can get a free quote at spidermoving.com for all of your local and cross-country moving needs.
I love those guys.
Oh my God. Me too.
Oh
They're
my God.
so helpful.
They are.
They are. Cameron, what do you do? Who are you?
Well, I'm a podcaster at the same studio as you.
Oh my God, right here at Dude IDK Studios.
I host Dude IDK Studios, The Cameron Show. Oh my God, guess what?
Oh my God, what?
Is it May 7th today?
Oh my God, this is coming out on May 7th. What happens on May 7th other than Mr. Beast's birthday?
Yeah, we did find out it's Mr. Beast's birthday today.
No, that's too bad. I feel like dumber for knowing that.
Yeah, I actually regret looking it up.
Yeah.
And we talk about Boys in the Band today on Did That Age Well?
Yeah.
And the season 3 premiere of The Cameron Show is out today.
Oh my gosh.
We're doing a summer season. It's going to be our coolest season yet. So many fun things this summer.
My gosh.
We're celebrating Pride next month. We're celebrating my birthday in July. Well, really, I should say our birthday.
Our birthday.
And we're doing our first live show this season.
I can't believe it, and I can't wait.
It's going to be iconic. I'm telling you, tune in.
Oh my God. And if you all haven't heard, he can do it all. He's an author.
Yep.
You want to plug some books?
I wrote 2 books. If you don't know.
So far.
Now you know. 2 books so far. Yeah. I'm on a little hiatus from social media so I can write 2 more.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh my gosh. And what is that there?
Well, actually, I swear I didn't do this on purpose. But we happen to have both of my books here.
Oh my gosh.
We have Lucas with a K, a fiction novel, and A Mural in Space, a gay boy's memoir.
And who's that gay boy? Cameron Tyler.
The gay boy's me. That's me. Just picture a little gay kid with a bowl haircut sitting on the rings of Saturn all alone.
Yep. And you can listen to that boy on Audible.
You can listen to both of these.
You can. Or read them in the book or whatever.
Or Kindle, whatever.
Yeah, totally.
Whatever tickles your fancy. Is that what they say? Okay.
I think
I know
it
it's tickle something, but
whatever tickles
you never want to tickle the wrong thing.
Oh, girl, you really do not.
So just tickle your fancy, and only your
own fancy.
Or
and
someone else's with consent.
If you ask someone else and they ask you
to
tickle theirs, then you can.
Exactly.
If you want to. What do you like about Boys in the Band?
Well, you better be careful with that question because, as you know, I love so much about Boys in the Band.
That's true.
The first time I ever watched Boys in the Band, I was stranded on a work trip because it was storming in Columbia, South Carolina.
Yep.
And I was supposed to come home, but I couldn't because the airport had to shut down.
No.
And so I was alone in my hotel room. All my friends from the conference had gotten out early in the day. And I was just like, what am I going to do? It was just me and my iPad.
Oh,
and so
iPad baby.
I know. And I love, as you know, I love gay movies, mostly sad gay movies.
Yeah.
Mostly sad gay movies about the AIDS crisis.
Yeah.
But
there is no shortage of that.
There's no shortage of that, except for at the time I had seen all of them. So I looked up.
So you were all out. Wait, what year was this?
This was in 2018.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I guess I'll just look up like another old gay movie to watch.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I had even heard of Boys in the Band. And it was
the
whole movie. I don't know if it's still up, but the whole movie was on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing, the 1970 version.
Wow.
Because the new one wasn't out yet. And I was immediately so obsessed because I was like, wait, how is this movie at the time almost 50 years old? And yet I relate to this so much. That is so rare.
Yeah.
Because you and I have even watched movies from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
That in some ways feel more dated than this.
Yes.
And the play, because this was a play first, the play's from 1968.
Only 2 years before. But thinking about now, that was so long ago.
Well, almost 60 years ago.
Yeah.
This was written. And when I read this, I still feel like most of this dialogue could be said today.
You think so?
I do. I think there are some things. I mean,
well, of course, there are
I
some
have
things.
to say, let's get it off the table.
Let's get it off the
use
table.
the N-word in this.
They sure do. And by they, we mean Michael.
Michael is problematic.
Michael is problematic, and that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point, is that he's problematic.
Yeah. I mean, we should probably do a rundown of all the characters.
Yeah, let's start with Michael. So Michael is the one with a drinking problem.
He does have one, yeah.
He does have one. He spirals into insanity throughout the film as he becomes drunker.
And he's hosting a party. He's the host of, so the whole thing takes place at a party that he's hosting. And he says in the beginning, like, I've quit drinking because I turn into a monster when I drink.
Yeah, he's like, it's been 5 weeks. Like, I just feel so bad about myself. He keeps talking about the ick.
Yeah.
Which Gen Z could never. The ick.
I know.
The ick was around long before it became a part of the vernacular in today's world.
Well, you know what? This play, 1968, that's the year my mom was born.
Whoa.
The ick has been around.
It's been around, but in this case, it's a very specific ick.
Yeah.
It's a self-hating gay ick.
Yeah, which ick?
Yeah, ick. We don't want that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he basically just gets the ick every time that he drinks, and he's like, I'm tired of feeling really awful about the way that I treat people the next morning. He says in so many words. And don't we all get that?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not some of you, but everyone on this couch gets it.
Yeah. I don't know when Michael's birthday is, but I believe it's at the end of July or beginning of August.
If I had to guess.
I think he's a Leo.
Yeah.
He definitely has main character energy.
For sure.
And by the way, you can see it in the old 1970 version or the 2020 version with Jim Parsons.
Yeah.
Jim Parsons from Big Bang Theory, The Normal Heart, does an amazing job in this role, being just neurotic and drunk.
I was so skeptical of Jim Parsons. And you know what? He really pulled it off.
Wait, did you watch the new one?
Yeah, I watched it last night.
Oh my God. Yeah, so Molly and I watched the 1970 version with our friend Jimmy.
Shout out Jimmy, friend of the pod.
Jimmy. Yeah, we love Jimmy. And then I was like, oh, I kind of hope you watched the 2020 version because here's part 2 of my origin story with this.
Oh, tell me.
So I fell in love with the old movie. Coincidentally, the next year is the 50th anniversary of Stonewall, and Broadway announces that they're reviving Boys in the Band. They have Jim Parsons, who obviously then was in the remake of the movie. They have Matt Bomer.
Yeah.
They have Zachary Quinto. They have Andrew Reynolds. They have a stacked cast, all out gay men.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to go to New York to see this movie be a play with an all-star cast on Broadway during Stonewall 50.
Yeah, your entire gay life had been leading up to this.
No, literally.
Literally.
I called my friend Jace. I'm like, guess what? I got us tickets to this. We're going to the show. We went to the show in June of 2019.
Yeah.
Life-changing. I was like, wow, they should use this cast and they should make a movie to remake the movie. And then guess what they did?
From your lips to God's ears, babe.
To Ryan Murphy's ears, but in the gay TV world, that seems to be synonymous.
Yeah.
And so, then the next year, the remake of the movie comes out, and now everyone can see those Broadway actors, the revivals, performances.
Yeah.
And he's so good in that role.
He is so good. I really wasn't sure what to expect from him. My expectations were low, and I thought that he was perfectly neurotic.
Yeah, because that is like such an important part of this main character, Michael, is that he's neurotic, and you can tell very early on that he has some issues, even when he's not drinking.
Oh yeah,
and the moment so catty.
The moment that he opens his mouth, he's got big issues.
He's bitching about his hairline within 2 minutes. He's criticizing his friend Donald, telling him he's too late and too early coming over at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, this guy.
Yeah, he's
has
got
issues.
And he tries to criticize himself before anyone else can. Like when he's like, girl, it's like the best defense mechanism, and people hate it.
Oh, yeah.
People hate it, and all of his friends turn against him, obviously. But to me, not enough, but we'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
Should we talk about some of the other characters? Should we lay it out?
Yeah, I think we should talk about Donald next. Like, because Donald
yes.
shows up next.
Yeah, so Donald, played by Frederick Combs, he is... We're uncertain of the nature of his relationship to Michael. Like, they're kind of exes, but they're also friends, but... Are they still romantically involved? I mean, what do you think? Do you think that they're still kind of a thing?
I don't think that they're still a thing. So they say that they did try to make it at one point, like have sex, and it just didn't work out. And I think that's because they're good Judies. They're like best friends.
Totally.
And like, I look at Donald as like, to me, that is like my sister Kip, who's like my best friend that I call my sister, because so many people never believed, like, you guys never hooked up, you guys never kissed. And I'm like, no. Yeah. It just wouldn't work. Yeah. Because he's my sister. Yeah. I think they're like that because Donald is... I was kind of thinking earlier, like, what is the point of Donald? And truly the main point of Donald is he's like the anchor for Michael. He's
the foil. Yeah. For him. We need the person who is just kind of a... straight man, you might say.
I know, but he is gay.
But he is the foil of Michael. He is calm and grounded in all of the ways that Michael isn't, and serves as sort of this like flip side of the coin.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to be honest with Michael, but he's, unlike some of the other characters, he's not as critical of Michael. Yeah. He's very compassionate toward Michael because he sees through the tough exterior. Yep. And as someone who is very Michael-esque, just way less racist, the Donald characters in my life are so important that it makes me love Donald so much. Yeah. And by the way, in the new one, this is Matt Bomer. And by the way, Donald is the only character who literally shows his ass. And thank God it was Matt Bomer.
Oh my God. When
and he, by the way, he did it on stage. Got naked and went in the shower on stage.
A real, your actor's favorite actor, you know? Oh God, he's so hot.
So good.
Okay, and then we have Keith Prentice as Larry. The extremely handsome one, the polyamorous. Yeah. Well, I don't know if...
You know what? We can talk about Larry and Hank together.
Let's talk about them together because they also are foils of each other, I think.
They're foils of each other. They're like very yin and yang. Yes. Because they are literally a couple.
Literally.
And they both want to be available to the other and are unavailable to the other in very different ways.
And they still make it work.
By the end, it turns out they are a super couple. Yeah. But it's a rocky road to get there.
They have
because they're fighting from the minute before they even get to this party, they're fighting.
The moment that they walk into the party, they realize, oh, there's someone that you slept with.
Yeah. Oh. So there's a lot of tension in the relationship between Larry and Hank, but ultimately they love each other. The deal is Hank is the married one. Yeah. So he's getting a divorce.
He's the bisexual one.
Oh yeah, he's
with
bisexual.
a clear preference, as Michael says.
Yes.
Yes.
And so he is in the process of divorcing his wife because we find out he met Larry like a couple years prior on a business trip to New York. Yeah. Fell in love with Larry and left his wife over it. Yep. And Larry also fell for Hank, but Larry doesn't want to be tied down to one person.
He can't. It's against his nature.
Okay.
So he says.
Which is fascinating to me because I'm like, this is one of the parts that still feels so relevant.
Totally. And when Hank tries to save their relationship by proposing a three-way, but neither of them wants it, he's just like trying to find some way to salvage it. Yes. I'm like, God, and millennials, am I right?
I know. I mean, it really does feel like that. Like, yeah. So Larry's whole thing is like, I can't just be with one person, and he can't accept that. And Hank is like, I'm trying to make this work. I'm literally leaving my wife. Yeah. I offered to do this threesome with you. And Larry's like, I never asked for a threesome. Yeah. I like to have them all, but I like them one at a time.
One at a time. Yeah.
He says that. Yeah. And so they're a very complicated couple. Yes, it turns out, to your point, that Donald had previously hooked up with Larry. So there's an awkward tension in the room because Hank is a little jealous.
Yeah, they've seen each other but never met. Isn't that what they say?
Very casual conversations.
Yeah.
In the 2020 movie, they show a little more by showing it happened
They
at
show
a bathhouse.
flashback. Yeah.
Very hot.
Hot.
Oh, yeah.
I said
highly
thank
recommend.
you for that.
You can find that movie on Netflix exclusively.
And that's on Netflix.
So yeah, they're a very interesting dynamic to add to the party.
Yes. And I did say as we were watching this, are they the reason why you hate polyamory?
I think maybe.
They could be.
I was just having like deja vu flashbacks sitting on this exact couch when we were talking about Sex in the City too.
Yeah.
And I did say that what I said is it's not for me. I hate it. I just like
when they start yelling at each other about how neither of them really wanted a threesome, but they were just like trying to make it work. I said, God, the amount of work here.
I know. Ugh. And that like to me encapsulates that personally for me. If you can make it work, good for you. Yeah. And that's none of my business.
And that is none of our business.
I'm not.
It's not for us to say. We're going to talk about these characters exclusively. Yeah. And if you want to extrapolate that to your own life, that's on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, then we have Frederick Combs as... Oh, no, did we talk about Donald? Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
We have not talked about Cliff Gorman as Emery.
Emery,
I think... Okay, so I know that you identify as a Michael.
Uh-huh.
I think I identify as an Emery.
I think you're 1,000% an Emery.
Yeah.
He is at one time described by a character we haven't talked about yet as a butterfly in heat. That is one of my favorite lines in the whole movie. God, he's like a butterfly. He's like a butterfly in heat. Emery is just cuckoo bananas. He is the most flamboyant of the bunch. Yep. I think that this is just a funny play because it's so clever, but he is the true comedic relief.
Yes.
And he has depth to him, as we find out during the phone call game, which I'm sure we'll discuss.
Oh, the party game.
Even though he has such depth, the main thing I think he's remembered for is just being the campiest, the kookiest.
Yeah.
And also my favorite thing about Emery, which I think this is also very you, he is a caretaker by nature.
He is.
Because he is still like, can I serve you some lasagna?
Yeah, he loves to serve you the lasagna.
Yeah.
And when like everyone is kind of like falling apart, he's sort of the one, like when Bernard is like crying and like a little bit too drunk to stand up, he's the one who's like, all right, I'll carry you. That short little guy.
Yeah, he's just this tiny little flamboyant homo, but he's so lovable. He has a very naive quality about him and a very motherly quality about him, which I love so much.
He is 100% himself, which is why he is so resented by Alan. That's why Alan hates him.
Yes.
Is because he hates that somebody could be comfortable being gay.
Well, let's talk about Alan now.
So let's talk about Alan. Well, I want to say first a little bit of background on Peter White as Alan. So he was thinking about doing the play, like he got offered this opportunity, and he was like, this is really moving, but I was sort of thinking like, I don't need this kind of risk. And one of his mentors said, Peter, if you're going to be an actor, you're going to have to take some risks in your life.
Oh my God.
And he said, okay, I'll do it.
He is one of the few straight guys in the cast.
And guess what? He was the grandpa in Passport to Paris with Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Oh my God.
Everything in life was leading up to Mary-Kate and Ashley.
And so, you've always said that.
And I've always said that. I've been known to say that.
He was also on The West Wing.
Yeah.
So,
that's right.
I mean, the man, his career did not tank because he did this.
It certainly, I think, put him on the map. So I mean, it
was a risk. 1968, 9, 70.
Yeah.
Amazing for him to do that.
Yeah.
And you can almost tell he's one of the straight actors because he's one of the few who didn't die from AIDS.
That is so true.
Which we will talk about.
Which, of course, we will talk about. You knew we weren't going to talk about a sad gay movie without talking about AIDS.
Come on.
Cameron would not let us leave this couch.
I have to tell you what happened.
Of course. Okay, one other thing I do have to mention about Cliff Gorman is that he and his wife, they cared for the actor who played Tex when he was dying from AIDS.
Yeah. And we love Tex,
Yeah.
aka Cowboy. We'll talk about him too, but
And his story is so sad. He
I
said that
know.
he was typecast as like a sex worker and like as a dumb hot guy, and he lost his career. That's like what he said, cost him his career. He ended up going to jail. He got back into sex work through nude modeling, which there's nothing wrong with sex work, but I don't think that it was what he planned on doing.
No.
And then he fucking died of AIDS.
But
Jesus Christ.
who took care of him? One of the other straight castmates, which ironically is the guy, what's his name?
His name is Cliff Gorman.
Cliff Gorman, who plays Emery, who plays the most flamboyant character of the bunch, was actually just such a good-hearted straight man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's allyship, baby.
Allyship. Oh, for real.
You straight guys think that you're allies. Get real. This was a real.
Take care of a dying gay sex worker, and then we'll talk.
Come back to us then. Okay.
Okay.
And then of course we have Reuben Green as Bernard. Allegedly not gay, but current whereabouts unknown.
I read that he died in 1977 from a heart attack.
Really?
But I've also read that people don't know where he went, so who knows what the truth is. But why don't we know where he is? I don't like that.
I don't like that at all. Especially because I loved him in this role.
Oh, he was so good.
I'm more worried for, like, his well-being. I'm kind of like,
yeah.
Okay, he disappeared?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Chances are he's dead. By now.
By now, probably.
Ugh. But Bernard and Emery are best friends.
Yeah.
And I love their relationship because they are kind of painted to be the two who are the most outcast. Like,
yes.
Like Bernard is the only guy who's black, and Emery is the only one who's super, super undeniably flamboyant and cannot pass.
Totally. Your son's calling you.
Oh my
Logan.
God. Logan? Mama's busy. He knows I'm here today. Like, literally.
Oh my God.
Thank you for telling me. I didn't even realize. I'm such a bad mom. But Bernard is the only black guy. Emery is the most flamboyant, cannot pass. And because of that, I think they have such a beautiful friendship. And there's even a part where, as I mentioned, there's some racism that happens. And Emery also makes a few, like, black jokes.
Yeah.
But you'll notice when you're watching this movie, Bernard doesn't care when Emery does it.
And he later calls him out for it.
Yeah.
He later is like, it hurts when you do that. And he says, I'm so sorry. I will never do it again. And I believed him.
Oh, well, for sure. And also, Bernard admits that he let Emery do that because Emery, that's the only thing that makes them equals, he says.
Yeah.
And I love that about their friendship. I think that it is such a universal thing, like not necessarily like for the token flamboyant character and the token black character. That's not what I'm saying. But like for in a friend group, I feel like there's always a few or a couple who are the most different and they band together.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Totally.
And I love that that was captured in their friendship.
Totally.
Yeah. It's a treat.
They really do care about having fun. And they really genuinely love their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gifts that they give. Oh, because by the way, this is a birthday party.
Yep.
And we haven't even talked about the birthday boy yet. But
we
will.
Saving that for
But let's
last.
save him for last. And let's go back to Alan.
Yeah.
Because what we forgot to say about the character of Alan, which I believe they even made his last name McCarthy, which had to have been a very purposeful.
Nothing is an accident.
Yeah, that cannot be an accident.
Yeah.
Mark Crowley would not have done that by accident.
Yeah.
His character enters the scene through a phone call first. So while Michael is getting ready for this birthday party, he gets a phone call. And the phone call is from his college roommate, Alan McCarthy. This guy is married to a woman. He has kids. He lives in Washington, D.C. But he tells Michael in a very distressed tone.
He's crying.
Literally,
basically.
he's crying in a payphone booth. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. I can't tell you what it's about, but I'll tell you when I get to your house. Can I come over? And Michael is like, oh shit, I don't want my straight roommate to come over because I'm about to have all my gay friends over for this birthday party. So he tries to tell Alan, no, don't come over today. Let's talk tomorrow. Alan says, sure. But then Alan shows up to the birthday party.
Yeah. And he shows up to cause trouble.
Yeah, he shows up and shows his ass.
Yeah, he really
does.
does.
Not literally.
That we reserve for Donald. Thank God. And
chaos ensues between him and Emery. There's tension because Emery's so flamboyant.
Yeah.
Alan is allegedly straight.
Heavy on the alleged.
Here's the thing. By the end of the play, there's a lot of evidence to say he is straight and not gay, and there's a lot of evidence to say he's gay and not straight. Maybe he's bi, but I did read from Mark Crowley, he purposefully made that ambiguous.
Yeah, I was actually getting into an argument with Hunter yesterday because I was like, oh, okay, so like, obviously he's gay. I was like, it was something we were talking about, like, he said, like, I'm really unsatisfied that we never got an answer about whether he's gay or straight. I said, you think we didn't get an answer? It is heavily implied. And he was like, well, no, we don't know for sure. Like, he never said it. He never, like, they needed something to tell us, like, for sure whether he was straight or gay, if that was what it was to be. And I said, he is gay. Come on.
I feel 75% that he's gay and 25% not.
Yeah.
I don't feel 100% either way, but I certainly lean toward he's a closet case.
Right. Yeah. It's all internalized homophobia.
And I think the plot will reveal a lot, which we'll definitely talk about the plot.
Of course.
But, oh, no, Cowboy.
Cowboy.
I thought we were to Harold, but we're not.
We're not.
No, Tex, a.k.a. Cowboy.
Yeah. Hot and dumb and so sweet.
Yeah, the cowboy.
So naive. They're so horrible to him. They all...
Horrific.
They're horrific to him. Even the nice ones. Even Emery and Bernard are not nice to him.
But you know what? In a way, I get it because he is the archetype he is in this group is, first of all, he's not friends with any of them.
Right.
The cowboy who doesn't actually have an official name.
Which is very telling.
Yeah, they call him Tex. They call him Cowboy. He's listed in the book as Cowboy.
Yeah.
And he is a gift that Emery has brought for the birthday boy, which is who we'll talk about next. And so the cowboy really doesn't know anyone there, and he's just this young, hot, hunky hustler.
Yeah.
And you find out so quickly he's so naive and he's so cute and he's so nice and he just wants to have a good time, but he cannot keep up with all the quips and the cattiness and the wit. And he's so adorable to me, and they are horrible to him. But I will say, as I just received a phone call from my very own little cowboy, sometimes in friend groups, there is the guy who's just the youngest one.
Yeah.
And there is just a resentment. And I don't think this is exclusive to gay men, but I think it is also very particular in gay groups of friends.
Yeah.
That there is just this like petty, I don't know, I wouldn't call it jealousy, but it's almost a little bit of resentment.
Hazing, really.
I
think it's a little bit of hazing.
It is hazing. And there literally is a whole monologue in here about the transitory beauty that he possesses.
Yep.
And that is such a universal idea in the gay world. I feel like in 1968 and in 2026 of like,
totally.
Well, it must be nice to be young and beautiful. You little shit. Because I feel that way. And so a lot of the things they say to him, I'm like, no, I would say that. I would absolutely say that.
I would cradle him in my arms and say, just enjoy it while you can.
And you know what? Emery is the nicest to him, and that's another way you're like Emery.
But here's the thing is that Emery also is like, I mean, okay, yes, he did pay for him. He is a gift. But Emery makes it very well known that he is not fully human in the way that the rest of them are.
Well, I mean, and my favorite part about Cowboy is he says, I'm not a steal. I cost $20.
I know.
So, I mean, he did sell himself for $20.
It's so true.
But like another example, there's this one part where he's like, well, I was doing chin-ups and I fell on my heels. And Emery's like, never wear heels when you're doing chin-ups.
It was so
it's
funny.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we love cowboys.
We do.
Let's talk about the creme de la creme of this. The other main, I would say the other main character. Like if there are two main characters, the other main character is
Harold.
Harold for sure.
Harold for sure. And he doesn't even come in until really the second act.
Yeah, like probably halfway through the second act. I feel like we get literally like halfway through the movie before he arrives.
He's such a presence before he even arrives, though, because he's the reason why they're gathering.
Yep.
And everyone's talking about how he's late and why he's late and how he's so vain.
Mm-hmm.
And then he shows up. Leonard Frey does a phenomenal job.
Oh my God, amazing.
And you know what? I really thought that Zachary Quinto as Harold was like, he performed it so well. It's also laughable that the hottest guy that you've ever seen would play Harold. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they didn't do a good enough job making him ugly.
Yeah.
Because a very important part of Harold's appearance is that he is, as he describes himself, pockmarked. That's not a Cameron word.
Not a Cameron word.
That is a Harold word. And he describes himself as a 32-year-old pock-faced Jew or something like that. And like in the OG movie, they did a good job with his makeup really caking it on and really showing like, yeah, he had acne and he like picked at it and it's left scars.
And it's clear like it was the type of makeup that shows like he put makeup on to try to cover it up.
Yes.
It's like there's layers to it. They took this man's face.
Yes.
They pockmarked it and then made it look like a person who is covering up their face. Again, pockmarked, not a Molly Smith phrase.
Not our word.
Not our words.
We didn't come up with that.
Not what we said.
But yeah, exactly. They show that he is trying to cover it up. He's trying to make himself look as good as he can. And this is a very important part of Harold's character because Harold, like Michael, is a very angry man beneath the surface. And the surface, what's shown is just this hard, cold, spiky wit.
Yeah.
And in that way, they are twin souls.
Yes.
So where I would say that oh God, what is his best friend's name? Harold? No.
Which best friend?
His best friend from the beginning. Oh, the lights.
Night-night. Hold, please. Okay, never mind.
Donald.
And we are so back.
Donald.
Whereas
Donald is Michael's anchor and foil in the way that he has access to Michael's soft side. Harold is Michael's foil in the sense that unfortunately he has access to the soft side and also that's dangerous.
They know each other's vulnerabilities so well and weaponize it against each other because they hate themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh,
and I feel like this is most commonly seen A with gay men and B with preteen girls. Doesn't it just give you I've always thought this from the first time I watched the movie, Harold versus Michael is like two preteen girls who are best friends, but at the sleepover, for reasons unbeknownst to anyone but Satan, they turn on each other and they bring up each other's most deepest, darkest insecurities, which in Michael and Harold's case is that Harold is a person who feels ugly and takes drugs to self-medicate.
Yeah.
And Michael is someone who hates that he's gay and is a mean drunk and a person who steals. What is that called?
He's in debt.
He's in debt and he steals stuff.
Well, I guess you could call that a thief.
A kleptomaniac.
Kleptomaniac.
He's like a klepto and he's in big debt.
Yeah. And that is so interesting, I think, looking at this moment in time 50 years ago where the idea of like debt being associated with morality is so, I mean, it's the thing that's crazy because like obviously there is like more debt in today's economy and like more people in debt. Like debt is more, it should be more normalized, right?
Oh yeah.
But there's still such a stigma to be like, I can't afford this, but I got it anyway.
Yeah.
Type of attitude that he has. Like the thing that really like gets Michael over the edge is when Harold says like, but my cosmetics paid for.
Oh yeah.
This thing paid for.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
so I might kill myself with these pills, but at least the pills are paid for. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, it is a knife fight. The girls are fighting.
The girls are fighting to the death.
Yeah, like if you want to see gay men as housewives in New York 1968, look no further.
You found it.
Yeah.
Except it's really sad.
It is devastating, and it's so interesting because I think, like, all in all, we watch this whole birthday party unfold, and it just gets darker and darker and darker. Yeah. And there are some glimmers at the end. It's not a completely devastating ending, and to their credit, no gays die at the end. Spoiler alert. And
the AIDS epidemic was still a twinkle in Satan's eye.
Oh, my God. Yes, the AIDS epidemic was still a decade away.
Yeah.
And a little over a decade away. And so the main theme of this, as far as like its commentary on homosexuality at the time, is like, I mean, one of the most famous lines that sticks out to me also is Michael says, you show me a happy homosexual and I'll show you a gay corpse.
Yeah.
And I think the message that was kind of, or the painting that was painted, is that all of these gay men have issues. Some of them are particularly because they are gay, but it's not inherently because they're gay. Like Michael is self-loathing. That's his real problem.
Totally. And like Harold hates himself because he's aging and because he believes he's ugly.
Exactly. And Larry just doesn't want to adhere to society's rules, but it's not because he's gay.
Right.
Hank is like wanting Larry to commit, but that's literally most people dealing with a man. And then there is poor cowboy, which anyone could be drawn into sex work.
Totally. And anyone can feel like the dumbest person in the room.
Yeah. Emery,
I mean, we don't know that, but other people do.
Emery is fine being himself, but he's bullied by everyone else. Yeah. Bernard is facing racism.
Yeah.
And Alan is in a marriage and probably so far in the closet, if he is gay, that he'll never come out.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think they did a really good job of showing, like, yeah, the mainstream likes to say that gay people are miserable. Because, by the way, this 1968 is before Stonewall.
It's 1 year.
1 year before Stonewall. So, like, this was not written in a post-Stonewall world. Yes, the Black Cat Cafe demonstrations had already started happening. The gay rights movement was underway, but it had not become mainstream. So having this message on a stage in Washington, D.C., which is where the show first came out, it was monumental because it was showing, like, you all think gays are miserable, but consider the idea that maybe they're not miserable because they're gay.
Yeah.
They're miserable because y'all make it so hard.
Yeah. It is interesting that this is a really like self-contained production in that like we aren't seeing their discrimination from the outside. We're seeing how discrimination impacts their views of themselves and how they operate in their innermost worlds, you know? It's
That's
like
true, yeah.
We don't see someone like spit on them and call them the F slur. We see the way that they like internalize
and
their
have
insecurities.
Internalized it.
Yeah,
we see kind of the culmination of all of them facing years of oppression. Like, let's talk about the plot.
Girl, let's talk about the plot. Well, actually, can I say something before we get into that?
Sure.
Just something about the characters is that they were all based on real people. All of these characters were based on real people.
Oh my God. Tell
Michael.
me more.
Okay, so Crowley said that Michael reminded him of himself, and he wrote this play as a way to stop drinking. He's like, I wanted a drink and I wrote instead.
You know what? I could see that because actually they don't say it in the movie, but in this,
Yeah.
Michael's a playwright.
I thought that you were about to pick up your own book.
And don't put it past me, to be honest. Don't put it past me. But yeah, in the original play, he is a playwright. Or actually, I think he's a screenwriter.
Yeah.
I haven't read this in a while. But he is a writer, and they don't mention that in the movie, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that makes sense then. It's Mark Crowley.
Yeah. And then Donald was inspired by one of his friends. And then let's see. Donald was based on Douglas Murray, to whom the play was dedicated. Harold is a cipher for Howard Jeffrey, dancer and choreographer, to whom the play was also dedicated. The 2019 version of the play.
Yeah.
And then let's see. There were others that I didn't write down, but you know what?
That's so interesting, though.
Oh, never mind. But yeah, basically all these characters were based on people who he knew, including himself, which, damn, that's a very stark look at oneself.
That is so amazing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that.
I love it.
And
also, another reason why he's a Leo.
Yeah.
Who else we got
to look up.
Who else writes themselves into the play as the main character villain?
I'm looking up Mark Crowley's.
Look up his birthday.
Yeah.
One thing that does make me, I don't know, question how this holds up is just
what? He was a Leo. His birthday is
August
21st.
Bitch.
I knew.
We knew. A woman knows.
Only a Leo would create
a Leo knows.
A work of fiction where he just writes a whole character based on himself. That's amazing.
Incredible.
So sorry to interrupt.
The best writers do.
And I've always said that.
You've always said that.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that this portrays gay men as like self-obsessed and bitter, though? Do you think that it like reinforces a stereotype?
I think it reinforces something that Mark Crowley witnessed in his friend group and life firsthand. And I'm so sorry to say maybe I'm bitter, but I think it's so realistic. If you get a group of gay men who are very familiar with each other, drunk, let me tell you something. Something like this birthday party could very well happen. I've been at parties that felt just like this 50 years after this came out.
Yeah.
I don't think that every gay man is like this every day.
Yeah.
But I think that this play is a perfect storm, and that's why the story happens on this particular day.
Yeah.
I think what I really like about the movie is that in the beginning of the movie, there is this montage of them just living their lives.
Yeah.
And you see they're just all normal people in society, actually.
Yeah.
Like, one of them's working at a store, and one of them is getting his car picked up from the mechanics.
Yeah.
And one of them is picking out a birthday present for Harold. And I think, like, that is really nice to me that they put that in the beginning of the movie to the song Anything Goes. Adorable.
Adorable.
Because I think that, yes, it shows the dark underbelly of the effects of homophobia. And even though homophobia looks very different today, 50 years later, I think that a lot of those, because no matter how homophobic it's not anymore, kids still grow up in the closet.
Yeah.
And a lot of this movie is about the dark side of what that turns into inside you.
And ultimately, like, the way in which you can hurt the people around you if you don't, like, confront your inner demons.
Hurt people, girl.
Hurt people, hurt people.
This should just be called Hurt People, Hurt People.
Period.
Michael is hurt. Spoiler alert.
And people, in turn, are
Harold is hurt. Yeah. I mean,
everyone leaves hurt.
I mean, let's get into it. They have this birthday party. Michael has organized for Emery to cook. There's lasagna. It actually starts out so great. They turn on music. They all start dancing together.
The set is beautiful.
Oh, the set is amazing. In both movies, and the Broadway show was the same apartment. It's a 2-level apartment. Michael's bedroom is upstairs. It's so cool.
Yeah.
This party starts out great. And then things start going downhill, not only because Alan McCarthy shows up, but because it literally turns into a thunderstorm.
And because the moment that he shows up is when actually, no, it's after he punches Emery that Michael starts drinking.
Michael starts drinking when tensions start rising. Yep. And that's before Harold even gets there also. So, like, you have the Alan Emery fight. You have Michael start drinking. It thunderstorms outside. Harold shows up. There is such a shift in part 2 that I think is like a beautiful illustration of how fast things can go downhill.
Oh, yeah.
So in the second half of the play, after all of this exposition that happens, and there is a healthy amount of exposition because you're dealing with 8, 9 characters.
Yeah.
The most notable event in this birthday party, in my opinion, is that Michael, in the third act, makes them all play a game.
Oh, my God.
It is a game in which they are all instructed to pick up the phone. This is unhinged, by the way.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone, call the one person they've ever truly loved, and you have to ask for that person if they don't answer. And then you have to tell that person that you love them.
Yeah.
Then and only then do you get the full 10 points that you're able to get.
And what does everyone win? Nothing. We all lose. Whoever said that. One of them said we all lose.
We all lose.
Yep.
This is a game that Michael peer pressures everyone into playing.
He strong arms them into playing it. And that's one of the things that really bugs me is that, like, nobody stands up to him. No one says, no, Michael, we're not playing this stupid game.
Yeah, you actually said that while we were watching.
Yeah.
You're like, why is everyone doing this? And I'm like,
yeah,
I get it, because I've been in the situation where, haven't you ever been to, like, especially, again, I'm sorry, this is giving teenager slumber party.
Yeah, it is sort of like when whoever's in charge, like, brings out an unhinged idea, you have to agree with it because you don't want to see them crack.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know what Michael's going to say to me if I don't do this.
I think a lot of it was they were scared of Michael. And as a Michael-esque presence, I understand.
I really think that you are less like Michael than you think you are.
Well, you've only known me since I quit drinking.
Okay, period. That is so true. That is so
I
true.
think that's why I watch it now with even like a clearer lens. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, well, no wonder he's like that. I used to be so much like that. Because you're right. I'm not really like Michael now.
Right.
Now I actually would hope to be like, I don't know. I would like to be like Emery. Who wouldn't?
Of course. Who wouldn't? Life of the party.
I have a lot of Harold that jumps out, but I would like to be more like Donald.
Wouldn't we all?
Donald
like
is
to
just
be
the supportive friend.
Yeah. Someone who just is there for you.
Yeah, and when you're having a panic attack, he'll give you a Vicodin.
Totally.
In that way, I'm a Donald.
Absolutely.
I will give you a Vicodin.
Yeah. Just all you have to do is ask.
All you have to do is ask. You probably don't. You just have to freak out, and I'll just stick it in your mouth.
And I'll stick it in your mouth. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, this game is just the most torturous thing to watch, and I'm sure to experience, but also it's what gives us the insight that we get into some of the characters, like Bernard.
Yep.
It turns out, you know, you want to talk about the harmful effects of oppression. This man, who is the Black character, I'm glad that they used it in a good way, because what they did with this, what Mark Crowley did, is he wrote Bernard to have been the son of like a maid. And his backstory is that his mom worked for a rich white family, I think in Michigan.
Yeah.
For some reason. And he was in love with the son in this rich family. And it turns out that when they were teenagers, Bernard and this guy hooked up. And they like had a very romantic night in the swimming pool of this rich family's house. But of course, besides the fact that one was white and one was Black, one was a worker, one was the employer, one was gay, one was I mean, they were both gay.
One was,
but one would turn out to be openly gay and one was never going to. He calls him, and you really see in that moment, like, wow, Bernard, talk about intersectionality.
Girl.
Bernard's experience is shaped not only by the fact that he's gay, but also race has like shaped his particular gay experience.
And class too.
Yeah. Well, and then you have Emery, who also plays the phone game, and his backstory is that he was in love with a guy 5 or 6 years older than him in school, Dr. Delbert Botts or something. Like, he has the ugliest name, but he's like, I was in love with this guy, and by the time I was at the end of high school, he went to dental school, and he was a dentist, and I professed my love to him and asked if we could be friends.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is so restrained, and you can tell he was just so innocent.
Yeah.
And this crush was so, like, such a universal feeling.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And then the girlfriend of this guy found out, told everyone, and he was just made fun of at his senior prom.
After doing all the decorations.
I think
that as we were watching this and he said, and I was in charge of the decorations, I said, I know that's right. He made clouds out of tulle or whatever. Yeah, like, I just think, like, the phone game is such a devastating thing, and it's only made more devastating the more that it reveals about everyone who's either playing the game or watching in horror. Yeah. Begging their friends, don't do it. Yeah. Totally.
But no one still stands up to Michael.
It's baffling to me. And I think, even though I know that it's purposeful that nobody stands up to Michael, I just do think, like, if we're taking away our suspension of disbelief, someone would have been like, Michael, go to bed.
I don't think in 1968 they did that.
You don't think so?
No, I think they had different expectations of what you were supposed to put up with.
Wow. That's crazy.
I really do feel that way.
Yeah. They hadn't invented boundaries yet.
I was going to say, I think you're thinking with a millennial mindset right now.
I am. I'm like, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do.
This is unhealthy. Should we stop?
Actually,
they didn't stop.
I don't like this, and I'm going to remove myself.
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
No.
They were just like, girl, don't do it. Don't pick up the phone.
I know.
And then they did.
They're like, don't. And then, Michael peer pressured them. It worked. And then everyone finally had enough.
Finally.
So that's like the plot, and I think that could still happen today. I think the plot aged pretty fucking well.
Honestly.
And the characters.
The characters did, because I think that like, in all of these archetypes, someone can see themselves. I mean, especially gay guys, but, like, I think people of any, like, orientation or walk of life can probably see themselves.
Anyone in a group of friends.
God, anyone with friends can see themselves.
Yeah, because I think of it, actually, I think this is such a fascinating thing to pair with the Broken Hearts Club.
Yes.
So Molly and I look for our episode of Did That Age Well, where we talk about the Broken Hearts Club.
I'll link it somewhere in here.
Yeah, because when we watched that movie, and it's from like 2001 or something, I think before 9/11. Pre-9/11, and then we have this pre-Stonewall. They're both movies about groups of friends. They both utilize archetypes within the gay community, but also just within groups of friends in general.
Right.
And I think it's the same thing that happens, is they're both snapshots of how it is being gay in the world, and then how that affects dynamics within friend groups.
You know what I think this movie reminds me of the most in modern times? The episode of Girls when they go to the beach house.
Oh my God, and everything goes to shit.
Everything goes to shit.
Lena Dunham, was that based on Boys in the Band? Because now that you say that,
honestly,
it's where everyone's monsters come out, and
it is so cathartic.
Truly,
so cathartic. When Shoshana breaks,
yeah,
you just
and just like, actually, you guys are all horrible.
Yeah, and she reads them to filth.
Yeah,
it's incredible, and the way that, like, everything kind of starts off perfect, like. And Marnie's trying to make it perfect. She's kind of the...
You know what? Michael is such a Marnie.
He so is.
And Harold is such a Hannah.
Yeah.
Wait, MMHH?
Whoa.
Lena Dunham?
Okay, girl.
What did you do here?
What did you do
Wait
here?
a minute.
Okay.
Shoshana's like Cowboy.
Yeah.
But Cowboy never got that moment.
I know.
You know what? That's one thing I would change.
I wish we had that. I wish that Cowboy snapped and told everybody what they were doing and was like, and you do this and you do that, and like talked sense into everybody. Because I love when the dumb one turns out to be really smart, like Shoshana.
Justice for Cowboy.
Justice for Cowboy.
Shoshana, yeah, she got that. She
was the smartest, most well-adjusted person in that friend group.
Mm-hmm.
For
sure.
You know, I wish every dumb person could have that moment in their friend group.
If we did a new version of this, which we always talk about.
Of course, and I love that we do that.
We would definitely, that's probably part of what I would put into the conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because to tell you how it ends, without giving every detail away, no one ends up really happy, but everyone survives.
Everyone survives, and you know they're going to do it again the next weekend.
Exactly. It
won't be the exact same, but they're all going to hang out again.
They're all going to hang out again. No friendships have been permanently ruined. People's scabs have just been ripped off.
Yeah. Everyone's just feeling a little on edge.
Yeah. And understandably so.
Completely. Yeah.
Yeah. But ultimately, I just think like, wow, I can't believe that 58 years later, this is so good. And like I said, if you watch it with like a Broken Hearts Club from 2000, I would love to see now, because that's like 30 years later. So I think we're about due for another gay friend. I mean, you have
Fire Island.
I was literally going to say Fire Island is probably the most recent.
Yeah, but that one is really feel good.
That one is really feel good, but that also shows a lot about how things have changed.
And also, I mean, it still ends on kind of like, it ends on like a bittersweet note, because like they're never going to come back to that place in the way that they did. And like friendships are still like, they're a little stilted, but they're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of similar. Like, I think that because Fire Island is such a fun movie, I think about it with such a like, oh, it's such a like happy-go-lucky fun movie, but it actually is like very deep in the way that like everyone is struggling with their own
for sure
stuff, and
Bowen
that's
Yang
ultimately
still has like his own issues about his like appearance and his body.
Yeah.
And then Matt Rogers, I forget his character's name, but he and his little BFF are kind of the Bernard and Emery.
They are.
They absolutely you know what? Are. Now I need to everyone, if you want to do a holy trifecta, put it in your calendar. If you want to do like gay friendship trifecta through the years, I would do Boys in the Band, Broken Hearts Club, Fire Island.
Yes.
And then you will see gay history unfold through friendship.
And that's your gay history. And gay historians.
Oh my God. And of course, I'm only talking about gay men because I am part of the problem. Sue me. I'm a gay man.
And mostly the white ones.
And but you know what? I love Fire Island. Finally, we got some Asian representation.
Finally.
There's none in this.
Except for when Emery says, "Hey, big boy, you like the Chinese laundress?"
Yeah, exactly.
Other than that, no Asian representation.
And no Asian representation in Broken Hearts Club.
No.
Once again, they had a token black character, Billy Porter.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like that in Fire Island, the two main leads are not white.
Yeah.
And plus, we get Margaret Cho in Fire Island.
Oh, my God.
You can't go wrong there.
You cannot ask for more.
Plus, Muna covers Britney Spears sometimes.
Incredible.
So the soundtrack, 10 out of 10.
100%. I love the movie Fire Island. I think it's so underrated.
Oh, it's a fabulous movie.
It's incredible. It's a perfect, just like slice of life looking at a friend group. So there have been a couple of times in the past few months where I've gone on like group trips where I was like the bonus person who was coming into a group of friends, not knowing a lot of the people there and just like getting a little like a little peek into like another group of friends' life. Like my friend who lives from out of town. Actually, these are both like friends who were from out of town who were coming in to ski in Colorado. And watching the dynamics of people over like a weekend is so fascinating. And that's why I think that Tex needs to be the one to be, as the outsider, the voice of reason, to be like, you guys, do you realize that it doesn't have to be this way?
I mean, I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah.
When we do an updated version of Boys in the Band, and not just a remake like they did in 2020. I mean, like revamped, new one. First of all, make one of these a lesbian.
Period. At
make
least
one of them trans.
Yeah.
And enough. I mean, we'll just leave Hank as bi.
Yeah.
And
we're not here for bi erasure.
We're not here for bi erasure.
With a clear preference on one side.
Yeah, they already got it.
Yeah.
And Alan McCarthy also pretty much bi. So like there's 2 bi guys already.
Yeah.
But we'll add a lesbian and a trans character. Cowboy will get his redemption.
Yes.
I would still make Michael pretty much the same, but not racist.
Really? You think that it's like important to his character to not be racist? Or that it would make him hold up better?
I think if I were going to include hints of racism, because maybe it's unfair to take it out because racism is still a part of the dynamics of a lot of gay friend groups.
Totally.
So maybe if it's unfair to take out, I would mostly not have anyone do that while they're sober, and I would have that be part of, I would have that at least be part of the dark underbelly.
Yeah, I think it would be like maybe it wouldn't be as blatant as it is in the 1968 version. It would be more
there
like...
There would be no N-word, I'll tell you that much.
The violence would be in microaggression type things,
yeah, we would definitely turn up the microaggressions.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
like
no
he says,
accents.
like he's like, Bernard, would you go get that for me?
Yeah.
Or like, oh, Bernard, like you're so well spoken, or like whatever.
Yeah.
You know, or like
microaggressions for sure are the way to go.
Yeah. Not that we want to like minimize the impact of like, I'm not saying like microaggressions are like easy and, you know, it's only racist if you say the N-word.
Oh, but they're more common now.
But it's just
and
like...
so if we're doing a snapshot.
Yeah, if we're doing a snapshot of what a group of friends, what someone who holds like, you know, a lot of hate in their heart and someone who is racist.
Yeah.
And thinks that they're like the exception because they're gay. That they're like, oh, well, I couldn't possibly be racist.
Yeah.
I have a black gay friend.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And we know them. We know the guys like them.
We know them.
We know them. And you know.
Jimmy. I'm just kidding. Jimmy is nothing of the sort.
Nothing of the sort. He is the Emery of the group.
He is. Oh my God, he's such an Emery.
I know.
Can I tell you what one of my favorite lines is?
Of course.
Just because I feel like it has to be mentioned.
Yeah.
There is this one part. Well, first of all, I do have to say one of my favorite lines of Harold is the one where he calls himself a puck. Well, I'm just going to read the line.
Okay, read it.
And just know these are not Cameron's words. These are Mark Crowley's words.
Yeah.
Speaking through Harold. What I am, Michael, is a 32-year-old, ugly, pockmarked Jew fairy. And if it takes me a little while to pull myself together, and if I smoke a little grass before I get up the nerve to show my face to the world, it's nobody's goddamn business but my own. And how are you this evening? That's the best part.
I know.
Mark Crowley is so good at writing bitey, vicious, sharp, slitting wit.
Yes.
This play and these movies are full of it.
Oh, yeah.
Thoroughly entertaining. You don't even want to pick up your phone because you'll miss it.
Yeah.
Like, just an ordinary line can be outstanding.
It's so fast-paced. And that's the thing. I think that the fast-paced dialogue and the quick wit is what really is the engine that keeps it running when we're really, like, we're in one setting the whole time. It's like, you know, we're watching it in real time. This isn't like, you know, they summarize a little bit and then they go into it. It's like we are at the party.
You're at the party for 2 hours.
Yeah. And I really like that they speed it up through the dialogue, through the quips because otherwise this would have dragged.
Oh,
but it didn't because they're so clever.
There is not a lull in the 2 hours.
No.
And it is a long movie, but they really condense a whole party into the 2 hours. And it is fascinating because it is happening in real time.
Yeah.
But then also it's clearly from like 5 p.m. to like almost midnight because it's light outside when it starts.
Right.
And then by the end, he's like, there's a midnight mass.
That's right. He does say that. But earlier in the movie, like when things are kind of like settling down, it actually might be just shortly before he says he's going to midnight mass. Michael asks Donald, what time is it? And he goes, it's still early.
Oh, so maybe he's just out walking around.
Yeah.
They do show him out walking the streets in the Netflix one at the end.
Yeah. And then going to mass. Yeah. But yeah, it's sort of like, it feels like it's in real time.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it pretty much is.
It basically is.
But you're right. It is the dialogue being so clever and snappy that keeps it moving.
Yeah.
One other line I like is, your lips are turning blue. You look like you've been rimming a snowman. Just because I can't believe someone wrote that in 1968.
Oh, yeah. And this
really
is like
goes
the first time I think recorded on screen people using the word cunt in a movie.
I wouldn't be surprised. And he says it a lot.
They say it a lot.
You're a sunt. That's with a cedilla. Like, amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah, and he tells Donald, you're a real card-carrying cunt.
Yeah.
They use it a lot.
Yeah. And I love it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I really think it's funny, too.
Yeah. I think one thing that is timeless is gay guys calling each other the C word.
Mm-hmm.
That's timeless.
It's problematic and timeless, and it will be in my revamped version.
Absolutely. We're not changing that.
Oh, my God. I also kind of just want you to be a character in it. So we're going to have a lot of representation.
We are going to, yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly, I don't want you to be Emery, though. I almost want you to be like a herald.
Oh my God. I
the
would
foil
love that.
for Michael.
Yeah.
You versus me.
Oh my God.
Like me as Michael and
because
you as Harold.
The two of us could destroy each other. And that's why our friendship is so precious.
Oh, because it has to be.
Because it has to be.
It's like we hold the keys to the nuclear bomb.
Someone gave us the codes.
Two Leos
and that's
stand
why
before me. Wait, do you want to hear another fun fact?
Oh my God, of course.
William Friedkin, who directed this movie, the next year, he ends up directing The French Connection, wins an Academy Award for Best Actor.
Yeah.
But do you want to know the most famous movie he directed?
What?
The Exorcist.
Shut up.
This movie was directed by the same director as The Exorcist.
No way.
And honestly, when you really think, if you watch the old Boys in the Band, you can kind of tell.
Absolutely. What is happening in this film if
so
not an
good
exorcism?
at capturing the horror of it all.
Yeah.
But actually, like the tension, the emotion, the cringe,
the release.
Yeah, like the climax is it's all scary.
Yeah.
It's all scary.
This is a horror film, frankly.
Michael becomes possessed by the devil.
You could say that.
Some would say The Exorcist is what it is because of Boys in the Band.
And you know, they don't often note this in the Ryan Murphy version when he goes into the church and he puts his little finger in the holy water. It does sizzle. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it doesn't really, but that would be a nice little touch.
I know.
Jim Parsons.
Oh, Jim
so
Parsons,
good.
you little devil. Okay.
Wow.
I was gonna say something about the new one. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is not really related to anything that we were saying, but something that must be mentioned is that Matt Bomer is supposed to be like 30 in this movie, and then in Mid-Century Modern, the show, he's supposed to be like a retiree. How old is this man supposed to be?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Gosh. You're right.
Like, Mid-Century Modern is about like men in their golden years. And
and it only came out a couple years after this movie did.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like, is he 30 or 60?
Well, that's a good question. And you know what, Matt Bomer? probably looks about the same at both of those ages because he's perfect.
He's perfect.
In real life, he's 48, so he's right in the middle.
Kind of right in the middle.
So he's like, you want me to go 15 years up or 15 years down?
Totally.
And I'm like,
any up, down, right around, anywhere.
Inches in. No. Just kidding. I would pass away. 15 is diabolical.
I think anyone would pass away.
Yeah. No, he's perfect, though. He's beautiful.
Yeah, he's perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I did like the flashbacks in the 2020 version.
Yeah, that is one thing. I feel like this 1970 version, well, they also used the same cast from the play.
They did, and I love that. And it should be mentioned, for those who haven't seen the 2020 version, that it's the same script.
Same exact script.
And the set looks almost the exact same.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah. It's also very, like, they did a good job shooting it. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. It's gorgeous.
And, yeah, they're all very talented at delivering this dialogue.
Yeah. No matter I have my qualms with Ryan Murphy, but this...
He produced this and The Normal Heart, which is famously my other favorite movie.
Yeah. And I gotta say, he knows how to cast people.
Yeah, the casting is amazing.
In this film. In other projects he's done, casting has been horrid.
Yeah, but this is really good.
He really showed. I said, oh, so you can cast a project well. Okay. Color me surprised.
But some might say he didn't. He just took the cast from the revival on Broadway.
And copied and pasted it. Yeah, that's actually so true.
Yeah, so that explains it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, we got to the bottom of that. But yeah, the flashbacks were really cool. I think that some people might think that it's sort of dated. They might think that, you know, like we live in this like progressive society where people can be who they are. But the thing that's so tragic is that I think I get so stuck in my like bubble in Denver, like living in the city,
totally.
Like living in like a community of like queer people. I just forget a lot of the time that there are people all over the country. I mean, all over the world, but like in the United States who like are like legally cannot be who they are.
Oh yeah.
And that like
especially now.
Like discrimination, obviously it's like, yeah, I know that discrimination exists, but like the impacts of discrimination and the way that these men have this like internalized homophobia, you know, I think that for a lot of people, more than we would think, or maybe more than I would think, rings true. So I don't know that it is like dated.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I think, again, you get 9 drunk gay men in a room who are all intimately familiar with each other and know each other's insecurities and secrets and history. It could very well turn into a very similar situation 58 years later.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I think it'll be the same in 58 more years. And I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
I think it just is. It just is.
It just is.
And I think you could learn to love it.
And you know what? This group of friends would be so much healthier if they had a woman or two around.
I do agree with that.
I really think that this is a cautionary tale of what happens when gay men are only surrounded by other gay men.
I do think that is actually like real.
For real.
Thing. Like,
yeah.
There are, I would say that is true to this day.
Yes.
When there are groups of gay men who like have no women, even as friends of.
Yeah.
You know, to bring housewives terminology into it. Of
course, yeah.
It's always more toxic.
Of course.
Women. Cast women in your friend groups. Or else you're going to be
as full-time cast members.
Not just as friend of.
Yeah, full-time.
Full-time.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I love Robin De Jesus as Emery.
So good.
In the new one.
Emery in the revival was an amazing presence on stage too.
I bet.
I remember like leaving the stage production and he was my favorite actor of the whole group.
Yeah. Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Just credit where credit's due.
Yeah, it makes it hard for me to say which, like, if someone's like, well, which one should I watch? I would honestly recommend them both.
Yeah, I would too.
It's the same exact script, and I would recommend them both.
Absolutely. Me too. I think the people in the 2020 version are hotter.
Oh, for sure.
Because
they're actors in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like in the 1960s and 70s, you could be an actor and be kind of ugly.
Yeah.
Or you could be like normal looking
person.
You could look like the rest of us mere mortals.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I walked into the friend group in the 2020 version, I would say, you're saying Harold is ugly? Okay,
that's
I'll
Zachary
just excuse
Quinto.
myself.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just go throw myself off of this balcony because
I would show up to the party and then I'd walk right out the door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I turn right around.
He had no lines.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
I agree.
He had no lines. He walked in and he walked out.
Yeah.
Some critics said that this movie is like a good representation of like the strides that we've made so far in society, and like, you know, something that we can look to and say like, look how far we've come. But part of me thinks, I don't know if that's quite true.
Yeah, I think the conversations have changed. Like, you know, I'm not telling my friends, you're gay and you're always gonna be gay. Get it through your head. Like, I don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
But have I told my friends, you were so fucking out of line just now.
Yeah.
And you were a monster at this party, but I'm still gonna give you a Vicodin and sit with you while you calm down because I'm a good friend. And also, you should probably apologize to Bernard because what you said was a little racist.
Yeah.
That could happen.
That would definitely happen.
1000%.
Yeah.
It honestly, to me, more so shows how things have stayed the same.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I love about this movie. It's a beautiful capsule, and it also makes me feel like it's kind of like looking at a family tree.
Yeah.
It's like I have a history in this world.
Oh.
I do feel that way about this.
That's really
I think
beautiful.
that's what drives me to be so like obsessed with this story in particular. Yeah. And you know,
I know.
in my house, I have a huge poster of the original run in DC.
Yep.
I bought a first edition of the play in paperback.
Yeah.
I've seen both versions of the movie a million times. Flew to New York to see it on stage. Yep. I love this movie. Yeah. But that's why, because I feel like it gives me a sense of history.
Yeah. This is gay history.
This is gay history.
And you're listening to Gay History.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, of course, it was so groundbreaking in being the first major representation, especially, I mean, this was off Broadway, but it became mainstream.
Yeah.
And it was controversial, but it was ultimately like well received by critics. Almost all of the actors went on to have like prosperous careers, except until they died of AIDS, but that's a whole different thing.
That is.
But connected.
But connected,
I'm afraid.
And it's all part of history.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Okay, well, what else do we have to discuss about this film?
Just that everyone should see it. I mean, honestly, and again, if you want to do Cameron's curated holy trinity of the gay history of friend groups of gay men, yes. I would do Boys in the Band, 1970. Then I would do Broken Hearts Club, 2000 or 2001. And then I would do Fire Island, 2021, I think.
And if you're a lesbian considering, or any woman at all considering becoming part of a friend group of mostly gay guys,
they need you.
They need you now more than ever.
More than ever.
They really need you now more than ever. Do your part.
Do your part.
Do your part. And gay guys, you need to hang out with other people too. Okay?
I do believe that. I mean, I do know some gay men who are like all of their friends are other gay men. And I'm like, girl,
you gotta
find a girl.
You gotta find a girl. Okay? Just at least one. Yeah.
Wow.
That was so powerful.
That was powerful. And I just now want to go home and watch it all over again.
Oh my God, me too.
I might.
Oh my God, I might too.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, go home and watch it. We love you so much. Bye.
Bye.